Hi everybody, welcome to the BME Talks Everything Wrestling. I'm Courtney, and with me as always,
I'm Ricky.
And we have a pretty special show for you tonight. We're going to talk about IWC Winner Take All. And this is special because this was our first time at IWC, so you're welcome for that.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, this is episode 9 of the BME Talks Everything Wrestling. First off, let's just talk about the venue that it was in. It was called Court Time, and I liked it.
It was pretty cool.
It was spacious.
That's a really good word for
and they probably had a crowd of at least 300.
It was definitely in that ballpark.
Which is really huge for an indie show.
Yeah. But that's not really surprising because, in my opinion, IWC is about the biggest indie company.
Yeah, I mean, they're not the longest, but, like, the oldest, but...
But in terms of magnitude, I mean, look at all the names that came through IWC.
Punk, Corey Graves, Dreamer, Rhino...
Dalton Castle, Cesaro...
Cabana.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so... Take it away, sir. What was the first match?
So the first match on the card was the man simply known as Wardlow. He took on the veteran Jimmy Vegas.
Alright.
To me, this was indie wrestling's version of the immovable object meets the irresistible force. Two powerhouses going at it, so you would expect a lot of power moves. The way that it ended was kind of gay in my book, with Wardlow hitting a low blow. Where'd you get him?
He hit Jimmy in the little Vegases.
And then rolled him up for the victory.
Yep.
Much... Go ahead.
It made LeVar happy.
You suck, LeVar. We wanted Josh.
Totally did.
I mean, like I said, it was a pretty gay ending for a very powerful match. It should have ended a lot differently, but whatever. Do you have any thoughts on the match at all?
I do. Now, again, on this show, we keep it 100. It's essentially shoot. It's essentially shoot show. I was not impressed with Jimmy Vegas in this match. Dude looks like he should be able to beat you clean the fuck up. And he gave the lightest spears. You know, and not only that, but he did it multiple times in that match. Like, it wasn't like one or two baby spears. It was like baby spear after baby spear. I was just left unimpressed. I do think Wardlow is almost there. I see shades of green on him still. That may just be an audacious guess, but I just don't see him have been in the industry long.
Yeah. I mean, besides, like, this was our first experience to a lot of these wrestlers.
Yeah.
So.
That being said, it was pretty cool. It was a good match.
Yeah.
I just was left very with Jimmy Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about what happened next?
Not really, but I'm going to. So we see the IWC Heavyweight Champion, DJZ, come out and unfortunately has to vacate the title. Now, I did not know how bad his wrist was broken.
I didn't even know he had a broken wrist.
I did. I knew that. Only because I watch TNA a lot. And TNA is taped months in advance. And we've still yet to get to the match that he hurt his wrist. But if you listen to what he said, it happened in like September. So, like I said, anyway. So he vacated the title, and then out comes Mr.
From TV Land.
Yeah.
RJ City. Who
Sponsored by Comcast.
Who is also part of Team LeBar.
Yeah.
With Wardlow, obviously. Not to interrupt you, but the reason why DJZ came out was because LeBar had RJ City come out, and then they both called out DJZ.
Yeah.
Basically saying that they heard through the grapevine that DJZ was not cleared to compete tonight.
Yeah.
And the scheduled main event was supposed to be DJZ defending the belt against RJ City. So with that being said, they called out DJZ saying that he's not cleared to compete, that they wanted him to not only vacate the title, but physically hand it over to RJ City and claim him as the new champion.
Yeah.
That didn't work out very well. For nobody. At that point in time, it didn't work out for anybody that well.
It kind of worked for LeBar.
Well, later on.
Well, no, because tell what happened. You're doing so well, keep going.
It really didn't work out well for anybody at that point in time. DJZ came out and he said
that it was true.
You are correct. I am injured. He explained the injury, that he injured it back in September, and he didn't think the injury was that bad. He kept wrestling, and then found out that he broke his wrist in 2 places.
Yeah.
And he just had surgery, and you can clearly see that he was still in a cast. He showed everybody that he was in a cast. So he vacated the title, and RJ City was ready to receive the title when LeBar was just straight up, blah, 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 we're going to give it to somebody who's who earned the title, who put in work for the title. RJ City, you're fired.
Yeah. Totally saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
It was fairly obvious what was going to happen in that scenario. Why didn't DJZ just Cowboy Orton up and just fight him with the cast?
I don't know. He could have, because, he's DJZ.
Maybe he felt like if he couldn't make the proper Z, that like maybe his mojo was gone.
Yeah.
No, I feel really bad. I do have one question though. How do you rehab a broken wrist that's still broken? Like, he was talking about going to rehab and everything, but like, how can you rehab something that's still broken and in a cast?
Well, what they do is they cut the cast off, and they have them like do calisthenics for the wrist, like lifting small weights and that. And then they can tell if it's starting to heal properly or not. If it's not, then they recast it.
So it's not like
because you can't really bend it when it's in the cast, and that's how they're going to tell.
So it's not like you get an X-ray and see if it's still broken?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, doctor.
You're welcome, doctor.
Alright. So that sets up the main event for later in the evening. Wardlow
versus RJ City for the now vacated IWC Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. Dude, RJ City's music, phenomenal. It is a rap version of All That.
The All That theme song.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Not as awesome as Knee Arthur.
We can't name drop Knee Arthur yet.
Alright. So we got the second match on the card was for the IWC Tag Team Champions. It was the challengers, Remy LeVay, the Mind Eraser,
Still rapey.
and the Bearcat, Keith Hott,
Keith Hott.
versus the IWC Tag Team Champions, the Fraternity. I don't really get that gimmick. If you're gonna be a fraternity, okay, I understand the one red solo cup of beer.
Yeah.
And
the guy had like
the paddle.
Yeah.
What was up with the necklace that the one guy had?
What was it?
Like little shot glasses of a necklace.
Oh yeah, they were little red solo cups.
It would have been a lot better if they were all faced the same. Like,
don't poke holes in this. It'll all fall apart.
All right, whatever.
So this match was pretty good for a tag team match. Keith Hott took an ass kicking for the majority of the match. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm scared too.
No, just go ahead.
Yeah, so Keith Hott got the shit kicked out of him most of this match. The fraternity did a really, really good job of cutting the ring in half. It was very classic.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good, solid tag team strategy, which was really surprising from... You shouldn't let the gimmick fool you, because they look like two douchebags that wouldn't have no idea what to do. But they wrestled a very intelligent match. Remy LeVay was a madman when he was able to get into the ring.
When he got the hot tag.
The hot tag from Keith Hott.
That was a pun.
Oh, I know, but I'm not going to indulge that pun.
Alright.
It was pretty cool, though, to see Keith Hott, like, pull up his tights and then, like, bonsai.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. And then the fraternity guy tried to do it back and, well, left an ass imprint on the canvas. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, just like she said, when Remy got the hot tag, he was literally a house of fire.
Oh, yeah.
He pretty much took out the fraternity for a little bit there.
Yeah.
I guess the fraternity did what they do best. They cheated to keep the titles. What I mean by that is Remy had the match under control.
He did.
And he was going for a roll-up, like an Oklahoma roll type thing. And the one dude from the fraternity ducked, and the other one threw beer in Remy's face. And then...
Was it beer?
Yeah, or water or whatever it was. Whatever was in his red solo cup.
I feel you. Remy LeVay had a party. Okay.
I guess what happened was Remy said he was thirsty, and dude just obliged. Quenched his thirst.
Good guy.
Good guy fraternity.
Yeah.
We don't even know what their names are.
It doesn't matter.
So dude rolled him up, and they picked up the victory. Cheap victory.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Keith Hott took a bump. He was on the top rope getting ready to do a splash, and dude came out of nowhere and like pushed him off, and he fell hard to the ground below.
Yeah. It was pretty cool though when Keith and Remy put him in Walls of Jericho.
At the same, yeah.
It was synchronized Walls of Jericho in the center of the ring, and
we thought it was over. We thought they were gonna tap, and they ended up making it.
Well, everybody would, because they had them clean in the center, and they had both members of the team neutralized. Like, I thought it was over.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, but you know they showed.
They showed heart.
Yeah. Again, don't let the gimmick fool you. The fraternity seems legit.
Yeah, I like to see I'd like to see more of them because they impressed me.
Yeah.
But just like I said, they picked up the cheap victory. They got the win. They retained their titles. I got a feeling that this feud's not over. It's going to continue again.
Well, if you notice, Remy yelled that on his way out.
Did he? I wouldn't say
Yeah,
anything.
he yelled, "This is far from over."
Yeah. I do like the tag team of Remy and Keith Hot, though. Like, they make a good team.
They do. It's visually weird, though, because you're like, what do these two have in common?
Yeah.
But
I think what it is like, the common for IWC is, like, they just seem like they're two misfits that they put together.
Yeah. So it was definitely two guys with titles. We need to see that again.
Yeah. I'm going to go into this match. I'm going to start talking about the third match here. What it was is, it was a 2-on-1 handicap match.
2-on-1 handicap ladder match.
I was getting there.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
No, you're doing a good job. Why don't you go ahead?
Pav Novak fucking booked this match because it was a 2-on-1 handicap ladder match where if these two Team Storm Canadian fucks climbed the ladder to get the briefcase, they would be full-fledged members of the IWC roster. And it was never quite mentioned what Andrew would get other than keeping Team Storm out of IWC.
So, before you continue, why don't you explain to him why they're called Team Storm? Or do you want me to do that?
Because they were trained by Lance Storm.
They were brought in the IWC with Brian Bowers. Brian Bowers brought him in. Brian Bowers, as you all know, was trained by Lance Storm at the Lance Storm Wrestling Academy. And then Jackson Argos and whoever the other one is, they were also trained in Lance Storm's Wrestling Academy. So that's why they're called Team Storm. What a hell of a ladder match this was.
It was awesome.
Jackson Argos took one hell of a fucking bump. He took a forearm sitting
right
on
in the middle, like right at the beginning of the match too. It was really, really early in the match.
Yeah, they were fighting on the outside, and him and Andrew Palace was like literally right by us fighting on the outside, and Argos is up on the barricade, and I believe Andrew hit him with a forearm, or he hit him with something while he's sitting up there. And Argos literally fell backwards, like free fell backwards, and he hit his head on a chair.
A wooden chair out in the crowd,
and he was done for like a good 5-10 minutes.
Well, we'll never know because I don't trust the IWC timekeeper.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, he was knocked. What I thought was out.
Yeah.
Like. And he just kind of sat there and he drank water and you could see he was kind of like...
You could see he was...
trying to focus again.
He was clearly working for Krispy Kreme because he had the glazed eyes look.
There you
go. Whoever this other Canadian fuck was, it just seemed like he was... Again, you know, it's what we do. We keep it 100 on this show. It seemed like he was afraid to take bumps.
Yeah.
And then there's Jackson Argos, the man who took bumps like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I mean, this was one, like I said, it was one hell of a ladder match. Very physical to the point that where you looked at one moment, Andrew Palace, like right on his rib cage, had, what, 3 or 4?
3 or 4, yeah.
Scratches that he was leaking from. He got busted open in the head.
Ooh, we saw him after the show. He had a big bump. It was, like, cartoonish almost.
Yeah. I mean, how he was walking?
Yeah, he was not the same after. Can we talk about when he had both guys in, like, a headlock and he did, like, what was it, like, sliced bread? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, he had...
Off the ladder.
Yeah, that was insane.
He had the ladder set up in the corner, like, leaned up in the corner, and he grabbed both of the Team Storm, and he ran up the ladder and gave him sliced bread number 2 off the ladder.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
And these were real ladders. Like, these were real Home Depot ladders. These weren't...
Home Depot fucking metal, bend once, you're getting fucking sliced up ladders.
Yeah, because the ladder was clearly bent. It wasn't...
cracked. It wasn't like
splintering off. It was a real ladder.
That's what I said. Like, I don't know how Andrew was walking at like during intermission or at the end of the show or whatever.
I don't know how any of them were.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, to me, this was the match of the night. This would be my favorite match. It was spot after spot, intensity. And I don't mean that just because it was Andrew Palace in the ring, but, like, it was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, and for it being 2-on-1, the two Team Storm and Andrew by himself, Andrew held his own in that match.
Yeah.
There was one point in time where he was literally he fended off one to focus on another one, and he actually kept them separated for a while there.
Yeah,
he turned it into a 1-on-1 match.
A lot of the time, yeah. So let's talk about the finish.
Yeah, the finish was really, to me, could have been the only finish that could have possibly happened here, with interference somehow. The way that it happened.
Okay.
Because I really didn't see Team Storm losing, but then I also didn't see them winning clean.
Okay.
What I'm referring to is that, like I said at the very beginning, talking about this match, Brian Bowers, Argos, and that third member, I don't know his name.
Yeah.
We're all graduates of Lance Storm's Wrestling Academy. Here we saw a debut of the fourth member of the Lance Storm Wrestling Academy graduate, and the next trending topic, Jack Pollock.
Yep.
Pollock literally came out of nowhere.
Lights went black.
And booted. Andrew was literally climbing up the ladder when, was he not? When the lights went out?
He had set up the ladder.
Yeah,
and then the lights went out.
And then when the lights came back on, Pollock just booted the fuck out of Palace.
And then he took off his sweatshirt, and you saw the Lance Storm shirt, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But when the lights went out, I was expecting Brian Bowers' return. I was not expecting Jack Pollock.
Yeah.
And I mean, thanks to Jack, the Team Storm ended up picking up the victory by pulling the briefcase down. So now they have a full-time contract with IWC.
Does that include Pollock, though? Because if you listened at the beginning of the match, they said that there were 2 contracts in the briefcase. So does that apply to Pollock? Is Pollock a full-time member?
I would say yes, because Pollock had a contract in his back pocket.
Where the fuck did he get a contract? And if they're so easy to get, why did they have a ladder match at all? Why didn't Pollock
if they're so easy to get, why does the BME not have a contract?
Yeah, quit ducking us.
Because if you notice, like, when Andrew was laid out, the 3 of them signed the contract.
But there was only 2 contracts.
Yeah, Pollock had one.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't know when he got it. It's just whatever.
I don't understand. Maybe Pollock will explain himself later. I don't need to know how he got. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you want to start off this next match or?
Okay. So it was a fatal 4-way elimination match for the first ever IWC Women's Championship. Spoiler, it's not me, but it should have been. So we had Sonya Strong, Marty Bell, Britt Baker, and April Sarah. It was pretty interesting to see the contrasting styles of these 4 different women. I was not impressed with this Sonya person. I don't think she really had a chance to shine.
Yeah.
Because
she was in there with 3 of the biggest female wrestlers in indie wrestling.
Yeah. Which each of them had something to brag about. You know, Marty Bell's TNA Knockout. She was pretty big before she was a Knockout, actually.
Yeah.
In the indie scene. And then
Britt Baker's the WWE girl.
Yeah. And then April Sarah's the only female to graduate or the first female to graduate the IWC training camp. So, like, each of them had something, and then they're just like, oh, well, here's this 4th girl.
Yeah, have fun with her.
Yeah.
Enjoy her.
Yeah, why not?
Pretty much.
A huge complaint. I just want to get this out so I don't dwell on the negative. Why were so many of these women breaking up pinfalls? It is elimination style. Why wouldn't you let them pin somebody else? I don't get that. And it happened like at least 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Nobody knows, man.
It didn't make sense to me. So if we continue what I was talking about, Sonya was the first one gone.
Yeah, she suffered a pedigree by Marty Bell.
It was the nicest pedigree I've ever seen.
Again, we keep it 100. It was probably a better pedigree than Seth Rollins.
Yeah, well, I mean, Marty Bell's knee is still good.
True.
But, alright, so that, happened. And then Marty Bell, during this match, I'm just gonna get comfortable. Get comfortable with me, people. So Marty Bell gets thrown over the barricade into the crowd, and it's just like, eh.
Fuck it, let them fight. I'll take a break.
And then she called the one fan fat. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, she stole his chair to sit in, and she goes, you can stand. As a matter of fact, you should run around the building a couple times. You're looking kind of fat.
Yeah, do a few laps.
Can I talk about the spot that happened?
Take it away, sir.
So, April was on the top rope. She was getting ready to do, I'm guessing, a flip or whatever. She's getting ready to fly. She flew alright off the top rope through a fucking table.
Yeah. I don't think April Sarah is capable of doing a 450.
No, but I am. No. I can do a moonsault 450.
No, you can't. And there's no such thing as a moonsault 450.
I can prove it to you.
No, you can't.
Watch me. I'm going to do it. Everybody tune in next week where I do a moonsault 450 out my window.
No.
Anywho. So we continue on with this match.
Marty Bell got eliminated next.
Yeah, by Britt Baker, who did, shades of her grandfather and her daddy. The famouser.
No!
Alright.
Just because somebody does a famous move does not make them the child of the superstar.
I said she was the grandfather. Thank you very much. Or the granddaughter.
No!
You don't know that?
You don't know that.
I know everything about professional wrestling.
Obviously not.
Settle down, you. Yeah. So that left the obvious, the 2 biggest IWC women's stars, April Sarah and Britt Baker, left in the ring. Move for move. They matched each other move for move.
They did.
April hit a super kick. Britt kicked out. If I'm mistaken, Britt hit.
A super kick of her own.
Yeah, and April kicked out.
I was gonna mark out, honestly. If April got beat by a super kick, I think I would have marked out a little bit.
So Britt Baker ended up hitting an Angel's Wing type move on April and picked up the victory. So your new IWC Women's Champion,
first ever,
was Britt Baker.
Should have been me. First Tessa Blanchard, now Britt Baker. This isn't mine either.
Sorry.
So, the story coming out of this match was a little bit later after the show. April Sarah on her Facebook page, which will be deleted tonight. This apparently was her retirement match.
She didn't specifically say that she's retiring because she said anything can happen in the wrestling business, but this was her last match.
Yeah, she said that she's not going to say it's her last match ever, but it's her last match for probably a long time. I'm calling bullshit.
She basically said that she's not, just like Courtney said, she's not going to say this was her last match ever, but she basically said that this was her last match ever.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit. Give it a few months. She's going to miss it. She's going to miss talking shit.
Give it a few months and you're going to see her on WWE TV.
Yeah, I was like, maybe that's it.
I'm calling it.
You think?
I'm calling it.
It could be. That could have been her retirement from indie wrestling. Who knows?
If so, April, we love you. You know.
We've always loved you. Still never got my super kick, but that's okay. I guess. That may be a good call because WWE's doing that women's tournament and they already got like Heidi and a bunch of other girls. Crazy Mary Dobson. You know,
yeah,
they
Crazy
got
Mary actually
already debuted in NXT.
Yeah.
But well, she could still be a part of the tournament.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah. So who knows? We'll see what happens.
So they had, at this point in time, they went to intermission. It was what, a good 10-15 minute intermission?
It was a fairly long intermission, but quite frankly, you needed that time because the line out the bathroom was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was just, as a female, I have never once had to wait in line for the bathroom. I may have had to wait for like one woman, like one or two max.
Yeah.
But not out the door.
So, coming back from intermission, the next match out was the Proving Ground Battle Royal. And what was significant about this was that the winner of this Battle Royal gets a heavyweight title shot at, I'm going to say, I believe it's their February show. It's called Proving Ground.
Yeah.
Not me. I didn't win.
See? The BME got ducked again.
So, in this match, BC's dominant weapon of mass destruction, Bulk Nasty, was dominant, eliminating 10 wrestlers on his own.
How many?
10.
How many?
10. 10. 10. It came down to Bulk Nasty and Shane in your face. I like Shane.
I have to admit I do too.
I mean, this was the second time the BME got to see Shane in a wrestling ring, and both times he's impressed me.
Yeah.
He is fan-fucking-tastic in that ring.
The only beef I had with him is that when he eliminated, I forget who it was, he eliminated him onto the stairs. I don't like that.
Oh, that Playboy guy.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
Maybe he didn't. He forgot that the stairs were there.
Yeah, but you kind of should remember that. Because that could have ended horribly.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was awesome.
I mean, it was pretty cool how he, so like I said, the final two in was Bulk Nasty and Shane in your face. Bulk had Shane up on his shoulder, and he was going to basically just slam him over the ring, over the ropes onto the floor. Well, Shane hung on and basically pulled a Chris Benoit Big Show type thing where Benoit held on to Big Show's neck, and as he was sliding into the ring, the momentum took Big Show over.
Yeah.
So that's basically what happened. So basically Shane eliminated Bulk Nasty. He ended up winning the Proving Ground Battle Royal. So now Shane gets a title shot at Proving Ground 6. Which I'm kind of excited for because I like to see what he can do.
Yeah. I don't hate it. Question, Ricky. How do we know how many people he eliminated?
Well, that's a good question that you asked that. I have an answer for you.
Do tell. Do tell.
The great, marvelous, fantastic BC Steel, everybody,
Benjamin C. Steele
had one of those old school volleyball point scoring thingies, and every time Bulk Nasty would throw somebody over, he would just flip a number over. He was keeping track and ended up with 10.
BC is money. It was hilarious.
BC is fantastic.
BC is fantastic.
So not only did we get to see the great BC, the Benjamin C. Steele, out there for this whole battle royal,
an embarrassment of riches.
but we also got to see him again in this next match.
We did.
It was for the IWC Super Indie Championship.
Which is a very nice looking title, I must say.
And there's actually prestige with this title.
Yeah.
Because
they got it off of Gory.
Well, DJZ held it at one point in time. Punk held it at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Castle held it at one point in time.
Oh yeah, he did.
There was a bunch. Super Hentai was the first ever Super Indie champion.
Okay.
There's some big indie names that's held this title.
Yeah.
And right now it's being held by probably one of the best Super Indie champions in the history of the IWC, in the heir apparent Chris LaRusso.
Who, in my opinion, and I've said this multiple times, is the best pound for pound technical best wrestler in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about Ashton Amherst or any of that. To me, say what you will about his personality, and I've said quite a bit, LaRusso is the best, in my personal opinion.
I would have to agree with you. Pound for pound, he is one of, if not the best pound for pound technical wrestler.
Yeah.
In Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, definitely.
He was defending his belt against Sam Adonis. Whoever the fuck this guy is.
It seems
this
like
guy came out looking like he was fucking Dylan Bostic. All beefed out, fucking, who fucking fucked Randy the Ram. And out popped him.
No, he looked like Dylan Bostic's dad, who just couldn't quite give up his youth. Like a midlife crisis type gimmick.
And Dylan, we're not making fun of you, man. I love seeing you in the ring. I love you, Dylan Bostic.
That's all him. So there was quite a big surprise before this match that we have yet to talk about.
You want to talk about it, or?
I do. So, both men come into the ring, they do their spiel, and then it goes, before this match officially starts, there's going to be a special guest ring announcer.
Who announced that was the original ring announcer who was supposed to ring announce this match.
Yeah. So they're like, who is it? Who? Lights go out.
And all you hear is, break the walls down!
It was one Y2J, Chris Jericho.
Listen, when his music hit, all of court time went fucking bananas.
Exactly. It was really cool.
Wait, what shirt do you have on?
Jericho, personal security. So, fourth wall down, Jericho's in town for the Steel City Con. And I kind of peeked through the curtain. I saw him. I didn't know what he was going to do. I actually said to you,
yeah,
I don't think he's legally allowed to do anything. But no, he came in and he ring announced the match and people fucking lost their shit. It was awesome.
it was so funny because if I'm not mistaken, I believe Jericho said something along the lines of LaRusso where he called him a stupid idiot. He actually called LaRusso a stupid idiot, and that's when the crowd got on LaRusso. That's when the crowd started chanting stupid idiot.
I don't...
Because LaRusso said something to him and Jericho called him a stupid idiot.
Didn't LaRusso give Jericho crap for saying that he's from Monroe, Pennsylvania?
Something like that, and then he called him a stupid idiot.
Yeah, and...
But the crowd just went nuts. They were like, stupid idiot. And then, of course, us being who we are, we brought back an original chant. Discount Miz. Discount Miz.
Discount Miz. And they loved us
for that. It. Yeah. Not LaRusso, but the IWC.
LaRusso popped. Alright, LaRusso marked out. I don't care what you say, LaRusso. You were happy to have us cheering for you in any way. Because that's how big your ego is. You liked it.
Yeah.
And the fans, you're welcome for the gift that we gave you.
Drink it in, man.
You're welcome.
But just like Courtney said, love the character Chris LaRusso, hate the character Chris LaRusso. You can never deny his wrestling ability. This man has all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
And he basically proved it. He fought to keep that title.
I don't even think he fought to keep the title. He carried the match.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. Like we said it many times, we keep it 100 here. And you can tell every once in a while if a match has a leader. And this match had a leader, and it was Chris LaRusso.
Actually, LaRusso wasn't even the true leader. It was BC. Because every time Sam Adonis went for a pin, BC would jump on the apron and go like this to the ref to distract him.
Yeah.
Every time.
It was pretty cool.
And at one point in time, the ref was like, "Why do you keep doing it? Because you look like you just needed a hug."
Good guy, BC.
He cares about the feelings, man. That's what BC does. BC is all about the feelings.
Good guy, BC.
Yeah, I mean...
He grounded one of the ringside fans.
Yeah, it was funny. He's like, "You're grounded."
He grounded one of the younger fans in the crowd. It was hilarious.
And he pointed at us.
Yeah, he marked out.
I mean, the end of the match was... kind of expected, because LaRusso is in the match, and he'll do anything to keep his title.
It was a typical heel.
Yeah. Benjamin C. Steele had the referee distracted.
With a hug.
Bulk Nasty threw in the Super Indie title. LaRusso hit Adonis with it and immediately covered him for the 1, 2, 3.
And then he did what you should never do. He went for the double tap. He tried it again, and Adonis laid him out, essentially.
With a vicious brainbuster.
Yeah. And then LaRusso gets carried out, and Adonis holds the title and cuts a very face promo thanking us for being here, and,
And he said
everything that he's done, and like I said, I've literally done nothing for this man in his life, so I don't even know what he was talking to me about. But that, happened, so... And then he walked out with the title, and it's like, you didn't even win!
Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
Yeah, he was super face. Fans loved him. He did walk around, he did a lap around the ring holding the title, and it's like, that's not yours!
Yeah. Give it back, thief.
I was actually, with the way he was talking, I was almost thinking he was going to retire.
Yeah.
Because he started thanking, his trainer.
Which was Corey.
Yeah, he went through what seemed to me like a retirement speech.
Yeah. And to me, I had no idea who the fuck this guy even was.
Dude comes out, cuts a promo, announces himself, and you still don't know who he is.
I have no idea who the fuck this guy is.
Yeah.
The only thing that I marked out for him was he said no matter where he goes, he bleeds black and gold.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you support Pittsburgh that much. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. It's I've been around and I feel old, but no matter where I'm at, I bleed black and gold. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that was cool.
Yeah.
So
now it's our
main event of the evening
for the IWC
Heavyweight Championship
of the world.
As we stated earlier, DJZ was originally supposed to be in this match. He had to vacate the title. So it was, I guess, made official after Justin LeBar.
You suck, LeBar.
Said that the match was going to happen. I guess the higher-ups decided that it was a good idea to have it. So it was the Monster Wardlow versus RJ City for the vacated heavyweight championship. All I can say during this match is wow.
Yeah.
Wardlow hit everything he possibly could on RJ City, and he being RJ would not stay down. He kept fighting. He kept fighting. He kept fighting.
Yeah, and if you watched pretty closely, I bet a lot of his hits were stiff. Wardlow, I think, definitely was hitting legit.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. So, I would like to take the time to talk about who RJ City had in his corner.
Yeah, so before the match even started, RJ City was like, I feel bad for this breakup. Talking to LeVar and Wardlow, I feel bad for this. I'm sorry. Let's just make up. And then basically was just like, no, fuck you. I have somebody better on my side. And it's Nee Arthur. And she's golden.
Yes, so thank you for being a friend. Oh, it was awesome. And then, halfway through the match, he pulls down his one knee pad to have another knee pad with a picture of B. Arthur on it, and I had marked out. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, she almost died, everybody. I was about to do this podcast all alone.
I almost died. Up until that point, the mark-out moment was just saying BC, period. Because we talked about it, and we were like, well, Jericho is a pretty big pop, but BC's more important. And then, boom, Nee Arthur happens, and my shit just got fucked. It was awesome. Somewhere out there, Tanner Reynolds got half a chub and doesn't even know why.
Quarter chub.
You think it was quarter?
It was definitely quarter.
Alright. Yeah, it was probably a quarter, because it was pretty cold.
Yeah, full quarter.
Yeah. Anyway, it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Wardlow hit all of his best moves, and RJ still would not stay down.
Mm-mm.
He kept kicking out. But you can say the other way around too. RJ hit all his best moves, and Wardlow wouldn't stay down either.
Yeah.
Like, this match was important for both of them.
Yeah, it was definitely worthy of a heavyweight title. And then in the end,
The impossible happened.
Almost the impossible.
No, it was pretty impossible.
Well, I mean,
It was unbelievable.
I mean, if it was a spine buster. Anyway, somebody actually sold a swanton. I'm just gonna call it.
Which was fucking impressive to begin with. That somebody of that size was able to pull off a beautifully done swanton.
Yeah, when he started climbing up, I thought he was just gonna do like a
splash or like a frog splash or something.
Yeah, something. No, dude pulls out a legit swanton, beautifully executes it, as you said, and then won the title. Much to the happiness of one Justin Lamar. And
generic BC Steel.
And Wardlow's parents, whom we had the distinct honor of sitting next to, they loved their son, and it was the cutest thing in the world. His mom's up there holding his little towel, and she's FaceTiming family, I'm assuming. It was the coolest thing in the world.
And they had no idea.
Yeah, I broke the fourth wall, as I tend to do, suck at Chasko. I asked them, did you know he was going to win? And they go, no, we had no idea. He just called us and said, I need you to be here for this match. And then we were here, and he won the title. And it was awesome. Mama Wardlow is really, really cool. Daddy Wardlow is really funny.
Yeah, I mean, just as she said, though, like, and as I stated, somebody of that size, like, Wardlow's not a small dude.
No.
He's, like,
He's
like, what, 6'2", 6'3"?
He reminds me of Cage.
Yeah, for all you Lucha Underground fans, Cage is kind of like...
I think they're pretty similar builds.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean...
They even resemble each other in the face.
This man did one of the most beautiful swantons I have ever seen.
That wasn't Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy probably pulled the best swanton out there. And then this guy comes around and was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, fucking wow.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
I thought he was going up there maybe do like a fucking leg drop or something.
Yeah, like something to utilize his size, and I don't know. Again, don't let the guy fool you.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Basically, is what it comes down to.
Pretty much, yeah. So with that being said, it's the end of the show, and I quite frankly was very impressed by the high level of competition and caliber of matches each one had for an indie promotion. Like, they stepped up. Everybody on the card stepped up their game.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was very professional, very high class.
So, as always, I like to give a little rating to the show.
I think we've only done that like twice, but alright.
Well, I think this should be our thing now.
Alright,
so out of 10, I'm gonna rate the show a 9.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, a 9, maybe a 9.5.
Yeah, like, this was one of the better shows that we've been to this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I can say is yeah.
Yeah, I've actually been to IWC before. Years ago. Oh my gosh, probably 04-ish. And there are a few faces that I remember. Chasko, Corey Graves, Super Hentai, the Gambino Brothers. I guarantee if I go through my old VHS collection, I have a tape of that show. But that was like the last time I've ever been to IWC. And it was really cool to go back, and it was cool to be BMEing it up there. They have quite the crowd.
Yeah. I mean, for once, we
were still the loudest, but we weren't alone.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there was sometimes during the night where we started something and the crowd jumped in right behind us, like the whole Discount Miz thing.
Yeah. It was kind of funny. They're like, oh, we never thought of that before, but you're right. Of course we're right. Do you see what we do?
We're not the BME for nothing, bitches.
Exactly. And then they marked out. I don't care when we yelled he has still 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into what's going on in the future. The next show is VWF.
Oh, our next show.
Yeah, our next show.
Well, let's finish up this one first before we jump to.
Well, I was gonna go ahead.
Well, so IWC's next show is January 17th, and it's Reloaded 3.0, and what?
It's the 21st.
Whatever. 17th, 21st are both the same.
No.
Yeah, if you move the 1 to where the 7 is and turn the 7 upside down, it's the 2.
That does not make it on the calendar the same. Anyway, it is the 21st.
Sorry, it's Saturday, January 21st.
Yes.
IWC Reloaded 3.0. Return of the reset button. Now, if you guys have been following IWC in the past, you guys do know that a couple years ago, at one of the reset button shows, one of the Reloaded shows, the first Reloaded show, I should say, they did the reset button. RJ City won the heavyweight title, only to have to defend it again and then lose it to Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
And then last year at Reloaded 2.0, DJZ went in as heavyweight champion, didn't know who he was facing. They did the reset button. It was returning Jimmy DeMarco. And from the highlights, very violent match. Thumbtacks were involved.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going to happen at Reloaded 3.0. The only way to know is be at court time in Elizabeth, PA.
Yes.
Saturday, January 21st, 2017.
Yes.
Doors open at 6:30. Bell time 7:30, somewhere around there.
Something like that.
So what's up next for the BME?
What's up next for the BME is our last show of the 2016 season. It is VWF's Ignition
2,
where we will continue our marking out in New Eagle, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, we won't be at PWX that night, but we will be in New Eagle. And then
that horrible city of New Eagle.
Yes.
Don't worry, New Eagleites. You
Yeah.
guys have 4 saviors there. The BME. Well, actually, we should say 5 saviors now.
Alright.
The BME. The greatest commissioner in BWF history, Grant Zelenik.
The guy.
Nick Mira.
Yes, Nick Mira.
And
Ronnie Starks.
the Steel City Savior.
Yes. And then that will be it for 2016.
Yeah.
What a year we've had. It's been very busy.
We've taken our BMEs on, like, literally on the road.
Yeah, so I know this is kind of a dick move to do this on camera, but sir, next week, would you like to do a semi-year review? Maybe not super in-depth, but just like a couple highlights. A couple
Absolutely.
highlights.
Couple highlights.
Couple highlights. What do you think?
Of course.
You would like to see that, right?
Actually, you know what we should do? We should do our version of the year-end awards.
Yeah, we totally should.
We should do, like, who we think are,
you know what?
wrestler of the
you
year.
you and I we'll talk about it. We'll get you guys squared away as we usually do, because we got you.
You're in good hands with the BME.
Exactly right.
And to quote one Lincoln Jones, we will never let you go.
But not in a creepy felony type way. Make that distinction.
Mm.
So
I'm thinking if we do this whole year-end, like, award thing, we need to bring the Encyclopedia of Social Media, the real deal of No Chillville, with us.
that kid?
I mean, he was BME for the first half of the year with us.
He's always BME with us.
How about this, ladies and gentlemen? We'll let you decide.
Or no.
If we get 5 likes on this video, we will bring the real deal of No Chillville, Eric Pavlik, back to the show with us for one night only. For 5 likes.
5 likes. And Jennifer, you can dislike our videos all you want. We're still going to be here. We are more important than you. I am more important than you.
I'm sure to hell am more important.
Yes.
Than...
Because I know that it was you that disliked our video. I will deal with you later, Jennifer.
Alright.
Yes. So, I think that's pretty much it for this episode.
Yeah. You guys got 1 or 2 more episodes with us left.
For
you guys,
2016.
You guys got at least 1 wrestling recap episode coming up next week.
Yeah.
And then possibly maybe same day or maybe a week later we pull out the awards.
Yeah. It depends on whenever we can get Eric here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Plus if we get 5 likes.
We'll get 5 likes.
Other than that, 2016 was a great year for the BME. Like I said, we took
very busy.
We took it statewide. On our little bucket list here, all we need to do now to hit up the tri-state is pick up a Black Diamond show, I should say.
BDW?
Yeah. We hit up a Black Diamond show. Actually, if we wouldn't have had car trouble to that VOW show in West Virginia, we could have added that.
Yeah.
And then we could hit the tri-state that way.
Yeah.
Because we were actually on our way to there when we had car trouble.
Unfortunately.
I
don't know. Well, we'll talk about this. We'll get this all squared away.
Yeah. But until then, I am Ricky Hart.
I'm Courtney.
And I guess we'll be seeing you guys next week.
Hey!